Ciao and welcome to Biga 100% no stress. Today we're gonna make Biga process together using flour from Mulino Piantone, sponsored by Francaterra. What is Biga and why we are using Biga? Biga is a simple pre-fermented raw dough which will help us to receive 5 different better factors: elasticity, tenacity, testing, color and gluten. Biga is divided in 2 processes. The first process we are going to mix flour, water and yeast. In the second step we are going to add the rest of the water and the salt. So let's start with our process Biga. We are going to add in 1 kilo of flour W340 because we are going to make a high hydration, in 450 ml of room ambient water with 10 grams of yeast. Slowly incorporate the flour in the water. This process you need to be fast without give too much energy and pressing to the dough. In fact, the reason why we make this pre-fermented dough is just to prepare the dough in the pre-fermented way and help the gluten process. Okay, now I can see that all water it's been absorbed from the flour. In the last steps, I'm trying to make a small piece of dough, like a small gnocchi. So when we are done and we see that all water has been absorbed from the flour, we're going to remove the Biga in a container and let it rest for 24 hours or 17 hours in the fridge. After 24 hours of our Biga in temperature controlled of 4 degrees in the fridge, we start a fermented. What is a fermentation? Fermentation is a chemical process activated thanks to the yeast added in the water and in the flour. The yeast have the function to chewing the 2 molecules present inside to the flour, which are carbon and protein. The carbon, they will decompose from complex sugar in a simple sugar and the protein in gluten. During this step, the carbon dioxide will create micro bubble of oxygen inside to our dough, where through to the gluten shirt it will create the final structure of our dough. Going to add our Biga. Wow, very intensive flavors. As you can see, also the colors become a little bit more beige. Let's complete now our Biga. After long fermentation, we're going to add 5 grams of yeast, 250 ml of cold water, 22 grams of salt, and 20 ml of olive oil. We're gonna start with the velocity 1 and adding just a little bit of water to help the dough to become a little bit soft. Now we are going to add the rest of the water only when the dough needs it. After it's been absorbed, we add in more. With the velocity we can be now around 2. Okay, our dough is now ultimated. We're gonna remove it from the container, adding a little bit of olive oil on the table and our hands. It will help us to work and remove the dough. As you can see, the machine is totally clean, although it's been like compact uniforms. So what I'm going to do now, I just gonna fold a couple of times and we're gonna let it rest for half hour. or 1 hour, depends how many bubbles you would like have inside of your dough. A little bit olive oil on the top, which help to don't get dry. And see you in half hour. After half hour of pointing, where we left the dough relax and stay a little bit on the room temperature, it's time now to cut our balls. We are going to make balls around 208 or 300 grams. This is 300 is perfect. So what I'm gonna do, if you're not practic, you can just fold of the dough on its base. Help yourself with olive oil. And there we go. We can put in our container. $208, so it's perfect. I'm gonna just fold all dough inside, and then I'm going to close, helping a little bit on the table. It's very important to close a nice bowl, otherwise they're gonna go open it. So we're gonna let them stay now 1 hour in room ambient, and then straight in the fridge for 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, or leave them outside in the room ambient for 4 hours and they're ready to be cooked. So see you on the next step. Let's open our pizza now. After 4 hours of living in room ambient, I'm going to make a wonderful salsiccia e broccoli, in napoletano friarielli, sponsored by Francaterra. Our distributor in Oslo of Francaterra is Mersmak in Bærum, Oslo. Ok, fior di latte. Friggitelli, il friariello marchese, Francaterra. Salsiccia. Ok, a little salt, pepper, and olive oil, red Francaterra, top quality olive oil. Let's cook for 7 minutes in a preheated oven. Crunchy, elasticity. Let's cut now our crostone and see how the pizza look like. After many hours of working, this is our final result with our Biga recipe. Nice structure, crunchy, elasticity. Wow.